Greetings and salutations, and we're here with some Hearthstone, but this one's a bit of a wacky deck. See, they just brought out Ysera Emerald Aspect. If you haven't seen that one, it is that right there. It's coming out in the Emerald Dream. That comes out in March, like March 25th. But if you log in right now on Hearthstone, you can get this, and there's two other common cards that you can get for nothing. But this one, it's start a game, increase your mana by 5. Now, if 2 people are playing this, presumably you would have 20 maximum mana. But what we're going to do is we're running like a treant package. We're going to try to get some treants, get them going, because I've never seen anybody play Overgrown Beanstalk and have it do anything. So we're going to try to get some card draw from here. We're going to ramp into the new heights. We got the audio amplifier to get to mana and hand size to 11. We're running in Smallin to make everyone else cheaper. And that's kind of crucial here, because we want to be able to fire off Ysera, but we're going to try to build up to as many mana crystals as we can. And then the basic win condition is to throw down the Gemtosser. So we're making basically Gem Flinger Druid here. Now, I threw ENR in there because refreshing, crystals is a good thing. And we're going to get into it. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to play probably three games as Druid, give or take. And I'm just going to run it and see how it goes. And I don't know why, but this game is incredibly low audio. And then, of course, it blows everybody's eardrums to the back of the auditorium. Shaman.
The forest fights back.
I like this. Gotta wait for that to blossom. We could play that, get the treants, play New Heights. We could coin into the New Heights, then go Aerosolizer, and then Sky Mother. We can hold the Sky Mother. That way he doesn't play anything that's too absurd. We're gonna see what we're running into here. Well, I'm the only one running Ysera. So he's probably thinking I'm going to run like Ysera Protoss or maybe even Ysera Hero Power Druid. Which that's been a thing. Like Hero Power Druid with the Protoss cards is huge. Hero Power and the Protoss Druid is okay. It doesn't really have the same oomph to the other ones. That's even a good draw too. We can then small and everything else in here, including Aonar and Ysera itself. So yeah, it's Terran Shaman. That's fine. Coin there, ramp. We could play 2 of those next turn with Aerosolizer. Or we could just play the 2 treants with the Ensmallin. Or I could just ramp some more. I should probably ramp some more, come to think of it. I'll play the treants though. Because then it's 1/1. It's 1, 2, and then the Wild Growth is another 2. So that gives me 2 treants on board. It allows me to ramp further. I don't want him to get too high in the armor department. Otherwise I'm in trouble. That helps, but not the best. We're going to do this. Going to ramp right out of my mind. Next turn I could play Ensmallin into Aerosolizer. Because I want, like I said, I want to get the mana cost down on Ysera. That doesn't help. Okay, so there's that. So we'll play that. I'll grab the swipe.
I need more mana.
Tragic. Didn't play it right. I played it like a complete chimpanzee. Oh, I thought swipe was 2. Oh well. It's fine. I could have Wild Growth there, but I don't think it would have helped. I mean, the fact that he's trading and the fact that he's moving down toward 0... I probably should replace something in this deck with Kill Jaden, come to think of it.
Engine screaming.
And I didn't add swipe, so I'm out of swipes. So that's a problem. There's the choose 1 card I didn't want. I mean, he's going to try to get my units down in number. Because he doesn't want to leave too many treants on the board, because I could play things like Drum Circle. I can play Drum Circle going into, especially if I top deck That's the word I'm looking for. If I top deck Beanstalk. Top deck Beanstalk, I could do well with it. Of course I didn't. Give my minions 2/4 and taunt. I don't really want to do that yet. So we'll do this. We'll summon 5. If I get Beanstalk now, that'll be really helpful.
Ghost reporting.
Goodbye, seedlings. Probably not what he wanted to see there, but well, that's fine.
Ready for dust off.
See, I'm perfectly fine with leaving up the Needle Rock Totem. Yeah, he gets armor, but he's also getting quicker and quicker toward fatigue. That's 2 mana. Do I really want to do that? Who knows? Get rid of the Needle Rock. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then play Aviana. Now, he could launch the Starship right now, which would be kind of hard for me to deal with. But now that I have a whole bunch of legends in my deck, it's a legendary from each other class. Ooh. Yep, and he's gonna get... Thought he was gonna get Wind Fury. Yeah, it put me behind. Katrina Muerte. I didn't have any other undead minions. Problem is I'm so far behind right now. It was the misplay with the swipe. If I hadn't misplayed the swipe, I wouldn't be behind. I mean, this one's long over. I can't get him down into fatigue enough.
Liberation is at hand.
In the rear with the gear.
Yeah. I should have figured I wasn't going to win this one. Wow. That's not what I wanted. So we're just going to do this.
I can't win them all.
Yeah. I had no chance. None whatsoever. It was just the way it all played out. I need to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to make a couple of alterations. So I want in Smallman, but I don't want... I do want the Drum Circles. I also want Cultivation. I want Embrace of Nature in my hand. Audio Amplifier is great. Witchwood Apple's not really that important. And now I can throw in Kill Jaden as a way to prevent fatigue. And I can throw in... What do I want? What else do I want to throw in? Just a swipe? Just a bog standard swipe? Yeah, I'll do it. Because I notice I have a lot of lack of control. And of course I'm going to run into Terran Shaman, because Terran Shaman is just... It's everywhere. It's a plague. You're either running Terran Shaman or you're wrong. I'll probably run into another Shaman too, by the way. Just so you know. Oh, look! It's only like the rank 1 deck that everyone's playing. No possible way they could botch that one. No, not a chance. I'll keep the Conservator Nymph. Turns one of my treants into a 5/5 with taunt. Oh, here's Overgrown. Well, I don't really have a play on 2. On 3, I could Malfurion's... Actually, no, on 2, I could coin Malfurion's Wild Growth. That might be the play. Next turn, just coin Malfurion's Wild Growth, ramp up a little bit, then play a Aerosolizer, and then roll into the Conservator Nymph. Maybe. Because I mean, if I can get like Drum Circle or something early and play it, it could potentially draw me a lot of cards, but I don't see that happening. Elemental Shaman? Wait, are we serious? Is this not Terran Shaman? At least now I have Crystal Cluster and I can ramp up there too. I wish I had top deck New Heights. Because then I would have just coined into the New Heights and done the Wild Growth after. Or at least maybe I should wait till 6 to play Conservator Nymph. Just play one Aerosolizer now, and then turn 6, play the next Aerosolizer, Conservator Nymph, turn it into a 5/5 Ancient, though they don't count as treants, so it's not gonna help. In terms of like generating for the Beanstalk. Ooh, and Smallin. See, in Smallin doesn't really matter with the treants because I could just produce them. Like Aerosolizer's just going to produce 2/2 treants. Drum Circle's just going to produce 2/2 treants. So it doesn't. But that's why I put in Smallin in here, is to make the other cards cheaper, and have these cards here. I could technically run the Ceaseless Expanse, drop something outside of it, put Ceaseless in, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh, that helps. We'll do that. Draw my only card. So that gives me 5 treants that are 4/6 taunts. Next turn is going to be Aerosolizer into Conservator, or in Smallin into Elemental Asteroid Shaman. Okay. Swing there. Of course it does that. Why wouldn't it? The very first card he plays. I might have to turn that into a swipe, so I could swipe there and clear the board. Maybe. Thinking about it. Might want to swipe there, but I'm not sure yet. 2 3/3s with Rush. That's... Why would you make that trade? What are you on, man? So, what we're going to do is we're going to do this. We're going to trade here. We're going to trade there. And then we're going to, in Smallin, and then I'm going to Malfurion's... Actually, no, I'll probably Drum Circle into Overgrown. Yep. He's going to trade. So that means I have to do something big, which means I have to go Drum Circle into... So next turn, I go Overgrown Beanstalk, draw 5. Actually, would draw 6. Do I really want to draw the 6? I should probably Crystal Cluster. Triangulate. He's going to get an Asteroid. Oh, he's going to get an Eruption. Does 3, does another 3. And he shuffles 3 immolate things into his deck. +2 spell power. There's a draw. There's 3. There's 3 to everybody. Nope, can't drum circle.
I can't win them all.
Yep. There's both iterations of the Shaman deck. This ain't working. This is not working at all. The problem is none of those are going to rotate out. Incendious isn't going to rotate out.
I can't win them all.
Not even going to try. I'm not going to sit here and suffer through 7 turns of playing against another Shaman. If it's another Shaman, I'm calling the video. Right there. Then that's 4 Shaman in a row. And I'm not doing it. Alright. Alright, I can take it. It's gonna be just a refresh Zerg Death Knight, so is what it is. Why am I always going second? Ugh. Oh wait. Beanstalk, I don't the Nymph might help. Beanstalk won't. Coin into Forge on 1, play Embrace on 2, play New Heights on 3. Yep. I can already tell you what he's got. Can guarantee what's in his hand right now. And the card that's in his hand is Infestor. And he's going to play Infestor on 3, I believe. Or he's going to play or he's going to wait until he has the thing that can make it, give it Reborn. He plays Infestor on 3, and it's GG because it'll have Reborn. And then I just get rolled. So, because he's going to have like 5/5 or 6/6 Zerglings by turn 7. Oh, Hive Queen on 3. Okay. That's just as bad. Because I can't do anything about it. So we go New Heights on 3. We'll go New Heights on 4. And I'll play Forest Blossoms as well. And after I play New Heights... Wait, would that work? No, wait, because I'll get 5 mana next. New Heights gives me to 6. Yeah, we'll New Heights.
This will be good.
Too many cards.
I can technically play Drum Circle on 7, which is not even 7. It's turn 6 for me. There's the Infestor. Yep, spread the death rattles. I want to play that. So we'll play Ensmallen into Forest Blossoms into Nymph. Obviously, he's going to make trades. He has to trade into the taunt. So he'll trade that one in there. They all get 2/2. Or they all get 1/1. He'll trade that one in there. They get 2/2. Why would you trade in your Infestor? You fool. I'm going to lose this one, too. That's over. Yep. Because now his Banelings are 3/3s. There's a Plague. I'm down to 20. That doesn't help. That doesn't help in the least. We can play it though. We'll go with swipe. And we will swipe there. Because those can't attack, so that doesn't really matter. I'll drum circle into overgrown. I mean, I gotta do something. And it's not good. Like the whole premise is not good. Yeah, he got an infestor off the larva. He's got unlimited generation now because he's got the brood queen with too much. Yeah, it's over. This game's over. StarCraft is too fast. The whole set's too fast. But they're not going to rotate out for 2 years, so... Yeah, there's got to be some sort of power creep that I can deal with here. Well, now at least there's 6/8s. It's not going to matter. He's just going to trade in. Trades the Baneling in. It does 4 damage to all of them. Gives all of his things rush. Here comes another Baneling to hit everybody for 4. And that's the game.
I can't win them all.
Try to do something fun and ingenuitive, and it doesn't work. So far, I'm going to say Ysera as an actual card, 0 out of 5 stars. It'll probably get better with the entire set, but right now it is just, it's garbage. Like, you're never going to get to the point where you're getting your mana by 5. It's just never going to happen. And I mean, I have this deck is filled with ramp. 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 And it's still not working. Because you're dead by turn 5. Because there's no control. Even if you were to put control in here and try to do some sort of like taunt thing, your Smallens are going to ruin your taunt. So you can't do that. You can't even run Protoss. Because if you run Protoss, you're not going to have enough control, number 1. Number 2, you don't really need the Ensmallen, but you can't run it and get Ysera to work. It just doesn't work. So that deck is dead on arrival. And it's dead on arrival because of basically Death Knight and Shaman. They really need to tone down the damage of the Terran cards. They really do. They need to do a lot of things because pretty much everything else, every other deck idea you have or that you could have, you'd figure like getting a whole bunch of Ysera mana crystals. You'd figure like the high mana crystals, the gem flinger almost sells itself for an idea, but no, it doesn't fly because the moment you start building up those mana crystals, they just drag you off into the corner and give you the old Yeller treatment, and it's not worth it. They just take you out behind the woodshed. And most of my, there should be a replay mode. That's something that if the Hearthstone devs are listening, get a replay mode so that people can see, so that you can save the replays and you can upload them and show everybody the stupid chicanery you have to deal with when you're dead by turn 6, when you're dead by turn 5. Why is Hearthstone that? Like, why is lethal a turn 5 thing? Now, like I have the StarCraft cards. So with the StarCraft cards, yeah, if I play, say, Terran Shaman versus Zerg Death Knight, it'll go back and forth. If I play Terran Shaman versus Terran Shaman, it'll go back and forth. But if I deviate ever so slightly from that, it's automatically over. Like, from the word go. The moment you draw the first 4 cards, you think, oh, I'll just mulligan these away, you've already lost. Because they're playing the current Terran Shaman or Zerg Death Knight with Death Growl Reborn. That'll slow down considerably once the things cycle out, because you'll lose Death Growl, you'll lose Yelling Yodeler, you'll lose... There's going to be a lot of cards you're going to lose. But then again, Druid's going to lose Gemflinger. So, it's one of It's one of those trade-offs. What are you going to do with all that mana? Like, there's got to be a big payoff card that's coming up in the Emerald Dream that the mana is going to be worthwhile. But at any rate, I hope you enjoyed this video. I lost 3 in a row, and I had to give one up because, well, Shaman. I'm not going to suffer through 3 games of Shaman. But I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Kinda. It was fun to make a little wacky deck and to try something new, but it just didn't work. So, it is what it is. Hopefully, when the Emerald Dream comes out, there'll be some sort of wacky high mana shenanigans that people can play around with. Because I like the pacing of the game when it's slower. I mean, Goblins vs. Gnomes, to me, was perfect pacing. If you played against Control Warrior, or Bomb Warrior, as it was called back then, the game went to fatigue. And having that game go to fatigue was incredible. Because you'd sit there and you're like, you know the Bomb Warrior is going to try to push it to fatigue. He's going to try to control the board and push it so that nobody has any cards left. And with Kill Jaden, being able to be anti-fatigue permanently, because it's just you have an endless portal of demons now, why don't they just make more fatigue decks, slow the game down so that Kill Jaden's play rate goes up as a counter to the fatigue class? I don't see why they don't. Is what it is. But I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.